Comfort will ruin your life. That's because if you really want to stretch yourself, to move yourself forward for something, lots of times you're going to come up against issues, okay, and they're not very comfortable. My friend, my mentor in the past, he used to say, there's no growth without discomfort. There's no growth without discomfort. So sometimes you have to go through that little bit of pain before you really get to the good stuff. I can remember being out with my son and we were talking to a lady, and she wanted to know why my son was successful in his business. And he smiled at her and he said, well, for the first 7 years, really, you've got to be able to work with the passion, and you're not going to earn a great deal of money. In actual fact, you may even run your little bit of business at a loss, say for the first 3 or 4 years. And she frowned, because that's the way how things are, I'm afraid. Because if it was easy to be successful and have a fantastic business or anything what you want to try and do, everybody would be doing it. I'll tell you a quick little story that was told to me by my mentor. He said there was a good traveller, a really, really clever traveller. He travelled all over the world, but one day he was going across this big open land and the rains came in. And when he looked across, he saw this inn, and this inn had one little light in the window, a little candle in the window. And as he went towards it, the wind and the snow was coming, and he undone the door, and there were some people, and they were just surrounded the fire, and they said to him, welcome. And he said, oh, I'm so glad to see you this evening. And they said, oh, it's blowing a gale out there. Come in, my son, sit round the fire. And they all sat round the fire and made him feel welcome. But actually, in fact, they made him feel too welcome. Because in the morning, it was still raining, it was still hail, but he had this journey to do. Just like you all got that to do. But they didn't. They kept him there. They said, you don't want to go. Stay another night. So he did. He stayed another night. And then after 2 nights, it became 2 weeks. Before you know it, it was 2 years. And then after that, he stayed there with those people for a long time of his life, half of his life. He didn't move away from the fire. He was cozy. He was comfortable. You've seen this. How many of us today have been in that position where we're warming our hands, listening to everybody else and saying, oh, this is an easy, comfortable life. When really inside you're burning away to try and do something a little bit more better in your life, or be a little bit more well-travelled, or a little bit further down the path. It doesn't really matter. So make sure that when you go there, just like that little story I told you, you don't get too cozy. I see so many people put their hands underneath, sitting on their hands. Oh, look at me, I'm so busy. There's nothing the matter with that. I'm not knocking anybody. What I'm trying to say to you, if there's a little bit of discomfort in your life, that's good. I know that because with being dyslexic, okay, I found it really, really difficult, okay, with writing. My spelling wasn't very good. But later on it froze. And then you begin to serve people, and above all, enjoy yourself. That's what we're here for today. Until the next time, bye.